verse, a beautiful verse from the second chapter of the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 186. Now this verse is significant from the perspective of our relationship with our Creator, right? You know, sometimes we even as Muslims, we think, oh, God exists, fine. I believe in Allah, fine. You know, God is the creator of everything, fine. But we forget that we actually have a relationship with our Creator. And He is reminding us of our relationship in this verse. Before we begin, brothers and sisters, let's remind ourselves of who Allah is. Allah is the creator. God is the creator of the heavens and the earth and everything that exists. He is in constant control of His creation. He has power over everything. Nothing happens, nothing moves except by His will and His leave. He is the master, He is the king of all kings, and He is above His throne in a way that befits His majesty. This is our Creator, right? We cannot encompass Him, we cannot understand Him unless what He has told us about Himself, so we can understand that. My brothers and sisters, He says in this verse, He says, and He begins by saying, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ إِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ, that when my servants, referring to the Prophet, peace be upon him, when they ask you about me, when they ask you, then indeed, certainly I am close to them, I am near them. I am near them, Qareeb. Now this, again, in a way that befits His majesty, we don't say Allah is with us physically, but Allah is with us in His power, in His knowledge, you know, and so on and so forth. But the most important point to understand here is that He is near, right? And this is the creator of everything that exists, the one who has all power. You know, sometimes when we become needy from any perspective in our lives, for example, if we need money, we try to associate ourselves with those that are rich, those that have money, those that have made the millions, right? And when we come close to these people, we become almost liberated, we become happy. We can't help ourselves but smile internally, think, wow, you know, I'm close to this rich person and I'm going to learn from him and he's the one that can help me right now. But God, Allah, the creator of everything that exists, He is telling us that He is close, He is near. SubhanAllah, just think about this reality. You know, become aware of this reality, because whatever God says is true, brothers and sisters. So it's just a case of us becoming aware of this reality. And then God could stop here, but Allah carries on. He says, "Ujibu da'wat ad-da'i idha da'an." That when the caller, now God broadens the horizons there. It's not only the Muslim, but the caller. The caller could be anyone. The caller could be a Muslim or an atheist or whoever. When God says, when the caller calls upon me, when he asks me for something, I respond to him, I give it to him. As long as it's good for him, I will give it to him. This is the creator of the heavens and the earth. Just the fact that He's given us life, and He continues to give us life, and He continues to give us another moment in our lives is enough. The fact that we're conscious and we're still alive right now is enough. He doesn't have to give us anything else. But He is saying when we ask Him for anything, and if it's good for us, He will give it to us. He will give it to us. SubhanAllah, think about this, brothers and sisters. Even if you're an atheist, He will give it to you. And you know this call is of two types. This is something I learned recently and this really blew my mind. When God says when the caller calls, this call can be of two types. One is the call that we make with our own tongues. When we need something, for example, if I need water and there's no water around and I'm in a desert, I call out to God, God give me water. God says He will respond. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also encapsulates in this word, God tells us this call can be a type of call that's made by our bodies, our physical beings that we're not even aware of. For example, when we're hungry, we sometimes say my body's screaming out for food. You know, I need food. That type of call, which is not made by the tongue, but by the body, Allah answers even that call. When we're thirsty, and if we don't even ask God, oh God, give me water, just the fact that our bodies are asking for it, are requiring it, that itself is responded to. God gives us the water. God responds to even that type of call. This is our creator. So even if you're an atheist, you know, you get hungry during the day. You know, if you're a Muslim that's having doubts, you get hungry during the day. You eat at least one meal a day, right? Unless you're fasting, but you'll eat the following day. But the point is, when you're hungry, and even if you don't ask God, food comes to you, right? You get your meal. You have your meal. Not because you did anything. You have no power. All power belongs to God. God is the one that provided that meal for you and wrote that meal for you.